Hello friends, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. For those of you who are my fans and subscribers, welcome back and thank you for the patronage. I deeply appreciate it. Today I am going to be talking about the Satanic Panic, and I am going to be going a little more into the backdrop. Let's go! In the 1980s, factors such as the economic recession, the civil rights movement, which started in the 60s, and culture wars converged to create the Satanic Panic. It was fueled by stories of child abductions, quote-unquote recovered memories, and cults. The very real threat of pedophilia merged with an imagined spiritual threat of networks of Satanists who preyed on children. Unfortunately, this led to the most expensive trial in American history, but more importantly, it left countless lives destroyed. To set the stage, let's look at some major events of the 60s. Since World War II, America had been the sole industrial powerhouse, but by the 60s, Europe and Japan had recovered. As well, the social impact of desegregation cannot be overstated. Young people began to leave traditional Christianity for Eastern traditions. Dominating the media through the 70s and 80s were stories of teens and young adults who were quote-unquote victims of charismatic leaders. Enter Anton LaVey and the Church of Satan. Even though LaVey claimed the title High Priest of Satan, neither he nor his church worshipped Satan. Instead, they used Satan as a symbol for questioning society. COS did not perform any rituals involving murder or violence. His brand of Satanism is based on individualism and ego gratification and is atheistic in nature. However, this fact escaped the American consciousness, and Middle America became convinced that their worst fears were coming true. It is no coincidence that evangelical Christianity became politically active in the 70s. Televangelists became household names, and a guy by the name of Mike Warnke played into public fears to make a name and a lot of money. Of course, his story of satanic high priest turned Christian was bogus, but it introduced the idea of coordinated networks of Satanists working in the shadows. At the same time, the feminist movement brought attention to the very real threats of child and sexual abuse. In 1974, Congress passed laws requiring the investigation of child abuse claims. But social workers investigated these claims, not police officers. Pornography also had the spotlight shown on it at this time. Anti-porn crusaders like Judy-Ann Denson Gerber testified that vast pedophile networks were producing child pornography. The FBI found no evidence of such vast underground trade. As stated previously, the world had recovered from World War II, and the American economy saw a sharp downturn as jobs were shipped overseas. These conditions led to the deregulation of the FCC. Networks offered more advertising during their programs, and the line between real news and entertainment started to blur. This mainly happened because news broadcasts were lengthening, and to distract viewers from the unpleasantness of quote-unquote real news, the networks used sensational human interest stories. Networks also started covering stories that were once relegated to the tabloids. Well, friends, that's it for today. I know it's not a very pleasant subject to talk about, but it needs to be talked about because I see America going the same direction if we do not stop this. My Twitter, Discord, email, and PayPal links are in the description, along with the source that I used for this episode. Please leave comments in the comment section. I love hearing from you. Also remember, I am now taking requests. You can leave those in the comments as well. Question everything and never be afraid. Remember, an unexamined life is one not worth living. Here are a couple of videos from my library. If you have not watched them, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until next time, friends, goodbye.